If you think death is the end of the story, you might be in for a surprise. You must have heard many such cases where even after the patient is declared dead, signs of life return in his body, and he becomes alive. Such cases happen all over the world. When someone is declared clinically dead, their heart has stopped beating. But in very rare cases, spontaneous circulation can return without further medical help. Have you ever wondered how this happened? No, it's not a miracle, it's science. Let's dive into the mystery of the living dead. These can be explained by two medical scenarios: suspended animation and the Lazarus phenomenon. First up, the Lazarus phenomenon. After a person is declared dead, especially due to cardiac arrest, there may still be residual physiological activity in the body. The Lazarus effect, or Lazarus phenomenon, refers to the spontaneous return of circulation, the heartbeat and breathing, in a person declared dead after failed attempts at cardiopulmonary resuscitation. In essence, it is the auto-resuscitation after failed cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It is named after Lazarus, who was resurrected in the Bible. How it works. Delayed action of CPR or drugs like adrenaline can restore circulation after efforts to revive the person have stopped. Intrathoracic pressure changes during CPR may release trapped blood or air, allowing the heart to restart spontaneously. In some cases, electrical activity in the brain may continue at a very low level. If brain cells remain viable and the body receives sufficient oxygen, there may be a delayed resumption of normal function. Let us take some real-life examples. Numerous documented instances around the world involve patients declared dead showing spontaneous resuscitation minutes to hours later. Michael Wilkinson, a 23-year-old from the UK, suffered a cardiac arrest. After 30 minutes of unsuccessful CPR, he was declared dead. However, minutes later, his pulse spontaneously returned. He eventually recovered with no long-term complications. In another case, a 78-year-old man from Mississippi was pronounced dead and even placed in a body bag. Hours later, he began moving and breathing at the funeral home. His implanted defibrillator may have restarted his heart after a delay. Now let's talk about suspended animation. Suspended animation refers to a temporary state in which an organism's vital functions, such as respiration, heartbeat, and brain activity, are slowed down to nearly undetectable levels. In such a situation, doctors may declare the patient dead, as clinical and vital functions are almost undetectable. However, this state is not death, but rather a reversible form of metabolic hibernation. How does this happen? The body reduces metabolic processes to conserve energy and survive adverse conditions. It can occur naturally, as in certain animals, or be induced medically in humans. Some animals, like hibernating bears or frogs, undergo natural suspended animation during winter. Wood frogs, for instance, can freeze solid during winter, with no heartbeat or respiration, but return to normal once thawed. Clinically, in trauma or critical surgeries, doctors may induce hypothermia to slow cellular damage. In emergency medicine, emergency preservation and resuscitation, EPR, involves cooling a patient rapidly to suspend biological functions during surgeries, especially for severe blood loss. What is the difference between suspended animation and the Lazarus effect? In suspended animation, vital functions are severely diminished but still present, whereas in the Lazarus effect, vital functions stop completely and then restart. Although rare, they demonstrate the complexity and resilience of the human body and remind us that death is not always an immediate and absolute state. So next time you hear a story about someone coming back to life, remember, truth can be stranger than fiction.